May I come in, sir?
Come, Nishat.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Betty.
Thank you, sir.
Nishant, is this your first interview?
Yes, sir.
You're not given an interview before?
No, sir.
Okay. And have you had your mock interviews?
Sir, I have given one mock interview.
What did they say after the mock interview?
Sir, they said that my theoretical knowledge is good, but I lack energy in talking.
And what else?
So they asked me a few questions in the interview. I had lesser knowledge in the questions regarding the culture. So they told me to brush up my knowledge in culture. Other than that, they said that everything is fine.
Okay. Now, before I tell you, when is your interview?
26th of November. Sir.
Okay, you have about 6, 7, 8 days. 26. Now, before I tell you what you should do in the next 4 or 5 days, if you have any questions in your mind, any guidance you're seeking, then you can ask me. Feel free to ask me any question, and then I'll tell you what you should do. Okay, sir.
Sir, most importantly, I wanted to ask, sir, that regarding that energy thing, I have given 2 mock interviews, and both the interviews they said me this thing that you lack the energy which is expected from you. So, sir, I do not understand, sir, what they are expecting from me.
So, what happens is when you're talking, you don't appear to be committed. You're tentatively speaking.
Okay, sir.
You're speaking when you're not. But right now, you're okay. You're smiling, you're talking. I don't see that lack of energy now. It may have been then, but I mean, either you worked on it or whatever it is fairly okay. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with your energy at this point in time. You're a bit mild in your speaking. Everyone has his or her own style of speaking, and you have this style of speaking, which is okay. I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay. So don't worry too much on the energy front. You can, since you have some time, I'll tell you what you can do in the next 4 or 5 days to appear to be energetic. Okay. I'll explain this to you. What probably could be the reason why you don't appear to be energetic. I don't see a major problem now, but I'll give my own suggestions. Anything else? Okay, so this so-called lack of energy or lack of confidence or visible confidence in what you're saying is on account of lurking fear somewhere behind that. Am I speaking the right word? Am I speaking the right statement? I hope I am not wrong. There is this suspicion in your mind that conveys a lack of confidence because you don't convey it as confidently as you would if you knew what it is. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So how do you overcome that?
Sir, in my mock interviews, I was answering in sentences like, sir, maybe, or
you should do that. Absolutely, you should do that. If someone told you not to do that, just throw him out. You cannot say that this should be done. Because at your stage, you cannot be seen as a person who has found answers to all the questions. It has to be that way, in my view, in my limited understanding. That is what I suggest to everyone. Okay. Even if you are confident, you should not be appearing saying that this is how it should be done, this should be done. No. So in all likelihood, in all probability, this is my point of view. Because you are saying that your view is based on the information at your command.
So, for example, in one of the mock interviews, towards the end, they asked me, how much would you rate yourself based on the interview? So, I answered, sir, maybe I should be given a 7 or 7.5. So, the chairperson told me that do not say, maybe I should get. You just tell that based on my assessment, I will get 7 or 7.5.
Here, you are making your own assessment. Here, you are assessing yourself. Here, maybe is not there. Maybe is for issues that you are handling. Yes, for yourself, you can't say maybe. For yourself, you have to say that as per my assessment. I would change it a bit more. I would say that it would be difficult for me to assess myself. But sir, since you say, I think I should get so many marks.
Okay. So one more problem I am facing is, sir, generally I have a smile on my face and I answer, but in the mock interviews, I intentionally I wanted that I should look a bit serious and I should not smile too much.
Not at all.
Okay, sir.
Not at all. You should smile. Be your natural self. I've asked people to smile. They look very serious. You should not look very serious.
Okay, so I thought, sir, you
No.
look a bit informal.
No. You should not look very serious. You should be serious, but not look serious. You should smile. You should look relaxed. Look very relaxed. The more relaxed you are, the better answers will come out. You will be assessed better. You don't have to be tense, terse, grim. No. Smile. Smiling is a very good countenance and you should have that. I don't see any. Okay, now, as I said, the lack of energy is on account of lack of confidence. And lack of confidence is on account of your fear. Now, how do you overcome that fear? Number one, no one knows everything about everything. So don't worry if you don't know anything. It's natural for people not to know everything. So if you don't know the answer, say, sir, I'm sorry, sir. And get out of it. That's second more important thing. If you get stuck in your ignorance, then you will not be able to answer questions that you know. Because many of us get stuck in our failures, and wherever I can speak, I forget that I get a block here because I'm still stuck there. So I'm unable to answer. So make a conscious effort to get out of that. Okay. Don't live in that by understanding. It's very natural for people to not answer questions or not know everything. So that is one. Second, there are two types of questions that are asked. One is the factual question. The other is with regard to opinion on that. So if there is a factual question, you know the fact, you tell them. If you don't know the fact, you admit that you don't know. But if you don't know the fact, don't try and guess on factual questions. Okay. Guessing is not appreciated. Okay. They may ask you to guess, then you guess. But on your own, sir, if you permit me to guess, no such thing. Okay. Second is opinion. Now, opinion is also based on your understanding of the issue. If you don't understand the issue clearly, then opinion will be difficult. So admit that if you don't understand the issue. Then if they ask you, tell me whatever you have in mind, you can say that. Okay. But if you don't understand the issue, don't start answering the question. Now, what are the issues that you are supposed to understand? They are not going to test your knowledge here. Knowledge has already been tested. They are looking at how aware you are. Now, there's a difference between awareness and knowledge. Awareness is about the current events, about the place you live in, about the work that you're doing. It is expected that a person who's working in an office should know about that office. It is expected that a person who's living in a particular district should know the problems of the district. It is expected that you are living in Assam, you should know the cultural background about Assam, about its problems. Not only its own problems, but problems with Arunachal Pradesh, with Meghalaya. The issues you should be aware of. Now, how do you get these issues? You look at newspapers of the past 1 month, 2 months, read the editorial. Editorial highlights any important event that would have taken place and comments on it. So that will be important for you to understand. Don't read any books, but I would suggest you read the editorials and discuss. Now I come to the third point. Speak as much as you can in the remaining days. Speak in front of a mirror with your friends. But more importantly, if you can constitute a WhatsApp group of those that have come here and have a discussion twice a day. If you can meet physically at a place over a cup of tea and discuss nothing like it. If you can't do that, then on a WhatsApp, have a discussion. As much as possible and speak as loud. And if somebody has told you that your mouth is not opening so much, practice that in front of a mirror. Okay, so you become slightly louder, you become slightly more articulate, it will give you confidence. But this will come through practice over the next 10 days. Whatever time that you have, 7-8 days. Speak, and speak. Because what has happened is that while preparing for the civil service, you were only reading and writing, you were not speaking. So you got not into the habit of speaking. Now you have to get into that habit of speaking as much as you can, so that when you speak there, it comes naturally to you. You're not picking it up. And 2-3 things that we discussed earlier, you should smile. If you can, you should smile. Don't worry about it. You should use the word, sir, in my understanding. You should the word, this is possible. You should not use the word, this is the only way forward. This is the solution. No, you're not expected to give solutions to all the problems, but they will look at how do you approach a problem. So, for example, if they ask you what are the main problems of the state of Assam, You should be able to list them out. You should be able also to say why that problem exists. You should also be able to indicate that what has the state government done so far to address those issues, and also what is the likely way forward in your point of view. And when you say likely way forward, it is a likely way forward. It is not the way forward. Sometimes you say this is the only way that it should be had. You at your stage are not expected to give definitive solutions to the problems that afflict the state. Yeah. Any other issue that you have in mind? No? So I will be sharing my telephone number with all of you. In case something comes to your mind, you can message me. I'll talk to you or answer that. Huh? Right. Okay. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you, sir.